Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is my pleasure to introduce our lone gal of the group, Janice Graber. She's been in the group several years. I know at least over 10 years. I know. She's been in the loan business for over 25 years. Over the years, she has supplied many people millions and millions of dollars through her career in loan funding. She helped myself 14 years ago actually acquire my first home. But what she did prior to getting the loan, she sat down.
I told you 2 weeks ago that I am a concert harpist, and I've been playing this special harp instrument now for about 2 to 3 years, and they're some of the easiest loans that I've been able to do. The HARP program, or the HARP loan, actually stands for Home Affordable Refinance Program. But that doesn't matter. What matters today is that you remember what I tell you, because there's a lot of people out there that we can help, but I need you to remember these key things. I have been successful in closing harps. There's a lot of people out there still trying to learn how to close these harps. And I want to thank Sarah, my guest and one of my dearest friends, because she introduced me to this lender 3 years ago, and they are just the slickest lender when it comes to harp loans. They are the pioneers, and like I said, a lot of people are not even doing them right now, so I do feel like I'm a concert harpist. I want to concentrate today on letting you know who I am targeting as a client. There are people out there that are having difficulties refinancing their home and trying to take advantage of the historically low interest rates right now. They cannot do so because their appraised value is not high enough. And there's a lot of people out there that are having this problem. So does everybody here know what loan to value means? I know I take it for granted, but loan to value is one of the most important factors besides your FICO score when it goes to underwriting. And for example, if you owe $100,000 and your appraised value is $100,000, what is the loan to value?
100%.
Okay. If you owe $100,000 and it's only worth $90,000, you're upside down, $10,000. Your loan to value is now 110%. I've been doing loans for 25 years, and the basic cutoff was always 80% for a loan to value. Anything over 80% would require private mortgage insurance. So basically, I would usually put somebody in an 80-10-10 where they would get a second mortgage and not, they would avoid getting that private mortgage insurance. Well, those days are kind of gone now because we've got this HARP program that goes over 100%. The last 3 years that I've been doing these HARP loans, it was the HARP 1 program, and the limit on the loan to value was 125%. So you had a 25% leeway on your appraised value regarding your loan amount. Well, folks, I'm here to tell you right now that with the new HARP 2 program that came out just in the last couple of weeks, there is no restriction on the loan to value. I mean, this is crazy. I called the underwriter last week and I said, what's the highest loan to value that you have underwritten thus far in the last couple of weeks? Does anybody want to take a guess at loan to value?
150, 140, 200%.
200. 187. Let me break that down. If you owe $187,000 and it's only worth $100,000, it doesn't matter. As long as you meet the criteria, your income's there, your FICOs are there, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. This is crazy, you guys. This is the most phenomenal thing to help people right now. So let me just highlight a couple things on this really cute little flyer that I made for you with me on the top dancing with my harp. I want you to remember the word harp, and I tried to break it down so you remember the key things. H is going to stand for home, must be owner-occupied. There's a word on the street that eventually they might be able to have something available for rental property, but right now you have to be living in the property to obtain this special HARP loan. A for appraised value, as you can see, I put a red line through appraisal because the appraisal is not going to make a difference when you go to get this HARP loan. I've done these HARP loans, and I think maybe I've had to get one appraisal on one of them. And they're not looking at the appraised value, they're looking at the property, just to make sure that it's in good condition and so forth. So if you were to get a HARP loan and you do have to get an appraisal, it's not going to matter what the value is. It's just they want to look at something specific on the property itself. So this is huge about this appraised value. There's so many people that are going to be able to benefit from this. Looking down further on the R, that stands for refinance only, obviously. And then P, this is really, really important. With the HARP 2 program, the P stands for the property. The loan that you currently have must be prior to June 1st, 2009. And this just came into effect in the last couple of weeks with the HARP 2 program. This is the new it's called the expanded HARP program. And it also must be owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, but I'll get to that in a second. Sarah, you said that you had somebody, you heard that they may change that date on the 6/1/209. I'm just hearing this just now, so.
I had lunch with Lori Maggiano, and if you folks don't know who that is, she wrote the President Obama's program. She wrote the original HAMP program, the Home Safe, Home Affordable program, and now she wrote HARP 1 and she wrote HARP 2. I saw her in Dallas, Texas. And she is head of the U.S. Treasury Department for the President. To her, there isn't a date limit. It doesn't matter when we bought the house. So that's just the latest as of 2 weeks ago.
Because I took an application last week, and their loan was August of 2009. So that's kind of a bummer, because I can save them like $1,000, so I'm not real happy about that date. I don't know who came up, that date, I don't even know why they have that on there, but we will keep you posted if that date restriction goes away, because again, we need to be able to help everybody. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. On the second page that I stapled to the flyer is the article that came out of the newspaper business section of the Register last Sunday. And take some time if you can read it. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I highlighted the websites that shows how you can look up if your home is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. It's really simple. 3 years ago when I started doing this, I had to use special websites. And now you can even Google it and go in and say, is my home Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac? And it'll actually come up, and you have to put in your social security number and your address. But it'll come right up and tell you if that's a possibility. So the magical sounds that I make when I play my harp instrument, or I do my harp mortgage for you, is these are things you need to remember. There's no restriction on the loan to value, okay? Up to 185%, maybe more. The credit score of 620, I know I spoke the last time and I got lost in FICO land 580, and I talked about how I can help you increase your credit score so that you can obtain a loan. Well, I'm here to also help you get a loan even if you have a problem with your appraised value. The 620 score is awesome because that's all you need to get a HARP loan, and it's not going to affect your interest rate. So again, something really great that they're trying to help everybody out with. Transfer of mortgage, I debated putting this on here. If you do currently have mortgage insurance on your loan, you probably do not, but it will transfer across onto the new HARP program. And if you do have a second, that does need to be subordinated. That cannot be included, but we do that all the time. It's a simple procedure. We use a special form, and it's pretty easy. So that's the basics. I ask you all to think about the people that are out there. I thought a lot about this, and I thought about how we all can help everybody out there. We're in trouble out there, and I'm an eternal optimist. You all know that, but I'm really concerned about what's going on right now. And I don't like saying that it's all about me, but it really does start here with me, because if you think about it, if you know somebody who needs help refinancing their loan and they cannot because of their appraised value, send them my way, because what's going to happen is not only is it going to help them save $1,000 a month, maybe more, but it's going to help the economy, and it's going to help me, of course, my income, but it's going to help all of you. Because what's going to happen in 6 months or a year when these people are saving $1,000, guess what? They're going to go to Mike Maxwell and buy a car for their daughter that they wouldn't be able to do because they didn't get a HARP loan, okay? So that's all I have to say.
Short question, one question.
Okay, any questions? Mike?
Yeah, I was wondering, on these loans, are the rates higher, the interest rate is higher?
Usually about an 1/8% higher, just because of the risk.
What's the rate right now?
Well, it changes every day. 3 3/4. They're right there with all the other interest rates that you see posted. Maybe an 1/8% higher. Pardon?
How much is the jumbo?
That is the price for all. That's right. For high conforming.
Do they have to be current on their payments?
They do have to be current on their mortgage payments. Sarah's the one that takes care of people when they're past that point, and that's the loan mod. So that's the difference between a loan mod and a HARP loan. Yes.
Who's backing the loan when they default?
Pardon?
Who's backing the loan? What is
The lender that's actually you're getting the loan through. The company that I work with is Capital Mortgage.
not the government where we end up having to back up?
You know what? I don't know the answer. Sarah, do you know who's backing that up?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
If they,
So basically,
the secondary market, but as far as the lender, it probably gets sold. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Out with me with my credit report and gave me some advice to get the best interest rates and best possible deal is fix this, this, and this. So she will actually consult with you as well to help you get the best possible loan that fits your needs. One thing that I read on her Facebook page, if it's true, one of her favorite quotes, "Life is not measured by the amount of breaths we take, but rather by the moments that take our breath away." Very, very fitting, because she is so creative in her presentations, she always takes our breath away. So, Janice Graber, our loan gal.